Big news rocked the Formula One world after Lewis Hamilton completed an intense test session with Scuderia Ferrari at the legendary private Fiorano circuit. What initially seemed like just another test program has now become a major story with the potential to change the landscape of the season. From the first day, the atmosphere at Fiorano was different. There was no extravagance or excessive celebration, just the complete focus of the entire Ferrari crew. Hamilton arrived ahead of schedule, spent long hours in the garage, spoke directly with the engineers, and even studied telemetry data in depth before actually hitting the track. This wasn't just a test, it was a complete adaptation process between the world champion driver and one of the most legendary teams in Formula One. When the car finally emerged from the pit lane, all eyes were on how Hamilton would respond to Ferrari's character, which in recent seasons has been known to be quite finicky. However, the opposite was true. In the first few laps, Hamilton looked remarkably smooth, making almost no major steering corrections. His renowned precise driving style seemed to instantly suit the latest evolution of the Ferrari car. But the real story began once the session entered the long-run phase. This is where the hidden advantage began to emerge. Ferrari appears to have found the balance they've been searching for, a combination of stability in fast corners and exceptional traction exiting slow ones. Hamilton, with his experience and racing instincts, is gradually exploring the car's limits. Surprisingly, the performance gains didn't come instantly. Lap times were competitive from the start, but not the most striking. But the longer Hamilton spent on track, the more it became clear that the car had a lively character. Every small setup change immediately produced a significant response, allowing Hamilton to refine performance lap after lap. Sources within the team stated that one of Ferrari's main focuses in this latest development was weight distribution and aerodynamic efficiency at mid to high speeds. The result is a car that is not only fast but also consistent, something that has often been a weakness for Ferrari in the past. And in Hamilton's hands, this character seems to have been truly maximized. There was one moment that was said to be a turning point in the test session. In a long race simulation, Hamilton managed to set a series of remarkably stable laps, with significantly lower tire degradation than initially expected. This was a strong indicator that Ferrari may have solved one of their biggest problems, tire management. Hamilton himself seemed to grow in confidence with each return to the track. His body language in the cockpit changed, more aggressive, bolder, yet still controlled. He began taking more extreme racing lines, braking deeper, and opening the throttle more quickly. All of this indicated one thing: he was beginning to trust the car completely. Radio communications between Hamilton and the team also provided an interesting glimpse. There was none of the frustration or confusion often heard in the past when drivers adapt to a new car. Instead, their conversations were filled with sharp and specific technical discussions. Hamilton even gave direct instructions on setup changes several times, something that usually only happens when a driver truly understands the car. On the other side of the garage, Ferrari's engineers appeared increasingly optimistic. The data they were collecting showed not only increased speed, but also a consistency that had previously been elusive. They saw something different, not just a better car, but a perfect combination of engine, chassis, and driver. What made this situation even more interesting was the fact that Ferrari's superiority was not very visible from the outside. There were no flashy innovations that immediately caught the public's attention. But that was precisely where its strength lay. This is a superiority hidden in the details, in how the car responds, in how the tires behave, and in the driver's ability to extract maximum performance without overexerting himself. For rivals, this is a serious warning sign. Because if Ferrari has truly found the right formula, they won't just be competitive, they could dominate in certain conditions. And with Hamilton behind the wheel, this threat becomes even more real. Toward the end of the test session, Hamilton put in a few final push laps that were widely considered a true indication of the car's full potential. Without the pressure of competition, he was able to set highly competitive times in a way that seemed almost effortless. It's not just about speed, but how that speed is achieved, by control, precision, and utter confidence. Now, a big question is emerging in the Formula One paddock. Is this the beginning of a new era for Ferrari? Or is it just a glimmer of hope that will be severely tested when the season begins? Clearly, the results at Fiorano have changed perceptions for many. Hamilton arrived at Ferrari with high expectations, but also with many questions. But after this monster test, one thing has become increasingly clear: he may have found what he's been looking for. A car that's not only fast, but that he can also understand, control, and push to its limits. And if all this is true, then the upcoming season won't just be about who's fastest. It'll be about who's best prepared. And right now, all signs point to one name, Ferrari, with Hamilton at its helm, and a hidden advantage ready to shock the world.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared, just give me up.